So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can start to work more purposefully and how you can start to enjoy work more and start to enjoy working harder. So this video is for people that want to start working harder. They feel like they're unmotivated right now and they don't have the drive to do the work. And this video is also for people that already like working and are already hard workers, but they feel like they get burnt out sometimes or they're not really enjoying the work anymore. So, yeah, hopefully this video can help for if you fall into one of these categories. So, yeah, before we begin, my name is Michael and I help young men in their early 20s start to free up their time and then use this time for more purposeful work like entrepreneurship and getting better habits and developing your mindset. So, yeah, for me, I was the type of person that was always a hard worker. Like, even though I've had periods in the past where I've had really bad habits and I've been down and depressed and periods where I ate fast food twice a day and didn't really like what I was doing. I al Even though I had periods like that, I was always a hard worker. I felt like I always had this feeling that I had to be doing something. Like when I was younger, I felt like I had to be doing something, and that thing for me was golf. I played golf every day. I was trying to get better at this thing, and I always needed something to occupy my mind. Otherwise, if I had any idle time, it was scary. Like I didn't want idle time. Like I always had this need to be moving. Otherwise, things were just not good. And so I just always had this feeling that I needed to be working hard. And then when I went to college, I got a job at a golf course and I ended up working my way up to be a manager there. And like that was something whenever I was working, I always wanted to be the best worker. And I ended up working my way up to a manager, but then I started working 50, 60 hours a week and I was getting my degree as well from college. And it was a good feeling being completely busy and occupied, but also it was stressful. Like I liked the fact that I was working nonstop, but looking back, it was actually pretty bad for my health because that was a period of time where I didn't like talking to people. I was pretty resentful. I was pretty negative. That was when I was eating fast food every day. That was when I wasn't going to bed at consistent times. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was going out. Yeah, I would go out with my friends and like get drunk on the days that I wasn't working. So I was either working like crazy or I would go out. So I just never had this space, I guess. And so I went from that type of like nonstop having to work, having to be occupied, having my mind to be occupied, to like learning to sit still and learning to be more present in the moment. And actually, I went from that to where I felt like I needed to be working at all times of the day. I'm gonna take a quick drink, but I felt like I needed to be working at all times to feeling like I could go a whole day and just be present. Like I didn't feel the need to do something. And what I realized was that when I was able to get present, I realized that the thing that was driving me to work so hard was it was an outlet for me. Golf, it was an outlet for me when I was younger. And then, working the 50 to 60 hours a week and getting my college degree, being stressed out, and that's all I was thinking about. I felt the need to be occupied because if my mind wasn't occupied with something, then I'd have to be present, and the present moment would have kind of sucked. You know, I don't know exactly what pain I was running from, but I was running from, but that's what it was. I was running from some type of pain. So I realized that it's not good to work hard to run away from pain, or at least it's not good to let that drive you. You know, don't let this like thing outside of your control drive you. Instead, we have the choice to we have the choice to do the work that we want to do. And because I realized this, I started realizing like, oh, well, because I can consciously choose what work I want to be doing, I can still work hard, but I can be more conscious about it. I can do things that are purposeful. I can I can plan for my future. Because when I got present, I could start to picture a year down the road. I could picture 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. And I could only do this if I was able to sit still for a decent amount of time. So I think that's the main thing of how you transition from a person who feels like they need to be working at all moments, which is not a bad thing, but you want to be consciously choosing the work that you're doing. So the main way to go about from being the person that feels like you have to be working all day to being the one who consciously chooses it, the way to do that is by getting present. So that's the main transition you're looking for into becoming a more purposeful worker and enjoying your work more. So there's many ways to become present, but the thing that's helped me the most is meditating and then simply sitting still and doing nothing. Like, if you can get over that fear of doing nothing and sit still, then you can like develop a better connection to the present moment. And then when you discover that feeling, that's when you can start to plan out shit. But it's not this like click of a button like get present. It's process, a process of meditating, process of sitting still, process of doing healthier habits like journaling, process of working out, process of just treating your mind and body better. So, once you get into this state, that's when you're actually going to choose the purposeful work that you're going to do. And it's better to choose minimal, like a couple minimal, purposeful work tasks that you can enjoy versus a bunch of random miscellaneous tasks that you didn't even really choose that you're just doing because you feel like you have to work. So you could work 12 hours a day doing random stuff, and the thing that's driving you is the avoidance of pain or something else that's outside of your control. Or you could work a few hours a day on purposeful tasks that you enjoy and ones that you chose. So the difference between that 3 hour block is that, first of all, you're enjoying your time more, you're making progress towards your goals, and you're still working hard. So that's the thing. You want to choose, I would just start off with one task that you feel will be purposeful for you, and then just get good at that and incorporate it into your daily life and make it a habit. And this task can be working out at the gym. This task can be writing. This task can be recording YouTube videos. So if you can develop this and make it a daily habit, then you're working more purposefully. And so even though it's one task, 1 hour of purposeful work is better than 12 hours of random miscellaneous work. Just remember that because you're in the driver's seat. You're the one choosing the task. So, yeah, that would be the main thing is to get in the driver's seat and choose the work tasks that you like and that you feel like you're making progress towards a goal. That's the best feeling there is. So yeah, hopefully this video helps and hopefully you got some value out of this. Hopefully you can start to transition from a person who feels like they have to be working at all times to harness your like energy of like feeling like you have to work at all times into more purposeful tasks that you plan out and choose, and you can start to enjoy them every day. So hopefully this video helps. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.